Friends, in my WTF series, I like to explain that we can welcome the future knowing that God created us to save us. There is no such thing as hell, in my opinion. We're all going to heaven at the end of the day, no matter how much we hurt each other while we're on this earth. Christ also said on the cross, Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they're doing. I say they don't know WTF they're doing. That is true. We human beings have a hard time understanding how subconsciously we're just projecting all kinds of our own inner stuff onto other people. So rather than read the Bible like I used to every day, I read new books, book reviews, articles, and I just see God's speaking through, inspiring all these authors and telling us about our human condition. So let's just go there on some recent book reviews. So Far Gone, God and Kevlar. A retired environmentalist turned recluse comes out of isolation to find his grandchildren in this caper starring gun-toting Christians. Tony at Random, you know the novelist, now meet the editor. Apple in China, the capture of the world's greatest company. By training a manufacturing army in a ruthless authoritarian state, Apple has created a vulnerability for the world, argues a new book. Deep Breath. Fresh air. A woman flees her abusive husband in order to slowly regain her sanity and herself in this novel. I mean, think of how much dysfunction we read in the Old and New Testaments. God created all of us as imperfect, flawed human beings. Harmattan Season, The French Connection. The search for a missing woman uncovers a scheme that could change the fate of an occupied city in West Africa. And then finally, we can learn words of wisdom, eternal truths, universal themes, just in reading some paragraphs here. Plato and the Tyrant, Letters from Athens. Plato's relationship with Syracuse's rulers was strained. One may have wanted him killed. Still, Mr. Rom's portrait, this is the author, of Plato as a scheming, often bumbling political player will be intriguingly new to most readers. It is fascinating to imagine that the revered sage had made moral compromises, committed errors of judgment, and gotten into jams he nearly couldn't get out of. Lie down with tyrants, get up with regrets. So, yeah, we see this happening throughout world politics today. Again, age-old stories told through new books.